everyone, this is Neil King with Random Acts of Cartooning. In this episode, I'm going to show some convention sketches. So you're going to go through my book, and maybe you might be interested in some of them. We'll take a look at my book, and this is what it looks like. So it has all types of different characters in it, for kids and for adults, and I really try, as much as I can, to have something that everybody could like in something like this. Oftentimes, though, customers take a look at them and they have their own ideas, and I can do those too. So here they are, and we're going to take a look at them with this episode. But first, so for our influence for this episode, I'm bringing up the art of Ramona Fradon. She is a legend in the business. And this is a book I picked up. It's kind of brings all the work that she has done over the years. She's like one of the great beginners of some of the great classic illustrations you think of as comic book artists. I think they did a really nice job in this book to show her beginnings. There weren't many women working in comics at the time. But the beauty of her stuff is that there's a whimsical quality to everything she does. And whether these are kind of established characters, but I've always seen her stuff with Aquaman as one of the big things that she would do. And again, this was like the heyday of all this stuff, but her Plastic Man stuff was great, right? But Metamorpho is the one I really love. It's one of my favorite things that she ever did. Doom Patrol, classic stuff. I've seen her at many conventions, and she's been in the industries for so long. She does lots of sketches for people, lots of commissions, and that's what this episode is about, is to showing that artists do continue to do all this kind of stuff all the time. And they do lots of commissions. I love her work. And if you can, at any point, if you find out that she is doing sketches, you should try to pick one up. This is an example of her at one of the places she would go. I saw her at Baltimore Comic Con. But she's great. She's really kind of did for many years the Brenda Starr stuff. Amazing stuff. But the book is great. And it shows that kind of, it's just like a beautiful quality to everything that she does. She seems a very thoughtful person. That's what she looks like. And so anytime you can, Ramona Fradon, pick it up. Okay, everyone, so the formats that I have my portfolio in, it's like an 11 by 17 kind of these sleeves. So you can get these at any type of store, art store, Michael's, and all those kind of places, craft stores. And so what I have on my table when people come along, I draw on one side of it, and then I have people come and take a look at all my sketches. So they change because some people come and they walk up and they're like, hey, this Batman, I would like this Batman, and they'll take it. And then and I would just move on, and sometimes I'll add more Batmans or I'll do different things. So I'm going to show you the format. There's really two books here. And these are all watercolor pieces. And they're all kinds of different things. I've drawn some for a long time ago. This was from 2018. Big muscled one, right? Some of them are black and white. Some nice Gene Simmons. Black Canary, and they're all types of different types of things that I do. A Phoenix, Dark Phoenix probably with this one. I try to do my variations most of the time with these kind of characters, a Harley Quinn or a Doctor Strange. I know there are a lot of Doctor Strange fans out there. I love to draw like any kind of classic stuff. The Rhino. But this is what people do. They come up and they'll see my versions of classic characters. And I just sit back and I draw for multiple days when I go to these conventions. I try to think about what people would like. But for me, it's just the love of kind of thinking about what I could do that afternoon when I'm there and hundreds of people are walking by. You can never, it's a very difficult thing to think about what people want. Like, this is a Batman and Robin that's maybe more for kids. It's not the scarier Batman that I would draw, right? And, you know, all the dark side stuff, and like, these are my renditions, right? Classic cartoons, established characters. I mean, I love those old, you know, the Creeper. I try to make them all different variations. A Wolfman. I just did a Halloween convention, so I sat around and did some of those classic characters. And sometimes people will pick them up right away. Like I've done lots of Wolverines before, but I try to make them different almost every time I do him. Or a Hulk that's attacking. Ultraman fans out there. If you remember, some of you are probably too young. Or putting Big Bird into a Star Wars situation, right? I draw Iron Man lots of different ways. The same with Thor. My renditions tend to be a little bit different than the classic comics. I think it's become very popular. I always like having that kind of yellowish color behind the rancid kind of stuff, but it's coming out. Onyo, right? I love Plastic Man. We just saw that Ramona stuff. You know, you think about all of these are kind of classic, but again, this is not the Wonder Woman that you usually see. And that's why I hope when I'm bringing these kind of things, or that you don't see the Red Tornado that I grew up with often, or the Powerpuff Girls, my version. And I like to think that what I do with these things are just different than you're used to seeing, right? Count Chocula and Frankenberry. I love drawing them like this. Right? All those kind of characters that are secondary characters, the Mary character there, or Batgirl. Okay, and as you know, I am a working cartoonist. So all of the videos that I do, all the episodes are about people having them go into my Amazon storefront. And the link is in all the details for this episode. But Strange Tales is another one of the books that I've done for an all ages book. And there are 4 issues, 4 little stories, if you want to think of it that way, for boys and girls. And I've sold many of these over the years. It's some of the first things that I had done. And it's a compilation. It's fun. Lots of different things in here that kids would like. Monsters in the Box, Nobody Kisses the Sun Goodnight, My Sister the Dinosaur, and Why Pudding Joe Ate the Cat. You're going to have to find out about that. So thanks for always supporting me and all the adventures that I'm doing. And remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay? Let's get back to the episode. A good Joker. And, you know, I just have one rate for all these. I have a different convention sketch rate. I like to be drawing that whole time. But for right now, for this episode, I'm doing $50 a sketch plus postage and handling. These are like the kind of things I really love to draw. All classic stuff. right? You don't see them all the time. And again, like I love drawing Batman, but I draw him differently almost every single time. I like that kind of, he's just kind of like this other kind of character. Love him. All right? If you're a big fan of all those old animations, Heat Miser, right? Gold Miser. There's nothing better than drawing these Creature from Black Lagoon characters. So this is the second book, and again, I don't have that many more. But again, classic characters that you've seen. I do try to bring something different to them. I always like this one, but again, I don't know if people understand, like there's this whole thing when he became the Beast. I always do stuff like that. Do a little Bowie thing. Fun Halloween characters. Again, kind of classic characters that you don't see that often. And I mean, they're just well-designed characters. Fester. Like this is the original way that they would have drawn them. I really do love it. And, you know, because of Wednesday, she's become very popular because of the TV show. I do try to throw a couple in there, and people really, they grab them up. There's 3 of them. Again, it's just fun to draw something, you know, my rendition of things. Solid Captain America. You got to draw Captain America all the time, and the same thing with Spider-Man. People love these characters. So always put them in. So those are my sketches. And again, I haven't done this before, but I thought this would be an interesting thing to try. It's like an online convention, Comic-Con convention, and to buy these sketches. Now, sometimes you may see something that you like, and the way I do commissions there is people ask me if I can do something, and I'll tell them if I can. But look in the details of this episode if you're interested, and to message me. But there is nothing more fun than sitting around and drawing some of the characters in a different way. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this. Remember, as always, like and subscribe.